Hi everybody, Nathan Ronen, CFA here. Today what I'd like to talk to you about in this little session is how to take the CFA Level 3 exam 9 times and finally pass. If you're interested in this and in any of my future updates as well, please press the subscribe button right now and the notifications button. And if you have any comments after you've listened to this little video, I'd appreciate hearing from you because it always helps to know what you guys are thinking out there as well. Well, let me begin by saying this. No, you don't need to take the CFA Level 3 exam 9 times. What I want to share with you is a little story that actually happened. This is a true story that happened a number of years ago with a Level 3 candidate who actually was sitting for the CFA Level 3 exam for the 9th time. What happened was this gentleman had actually flown in to New York City from Dubai. He was a money manager in Dubai. I think he was originally from the UK. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I believe. And he was working in Dubai. And in those days, when the exam was not a computer-based exam, there was an unlimited number of times that you could take any of the exams, Level 1, Level 2, or Level 3. And he was really struggling with Level 3. And I sat down with him and I said to him, he came up to me, before I did my roadshow there, or before I did my course, and he came up to me at the live course and he said, "Hey, Nathan, can I talk to you outside for a couple of minutes?" I said, "Sure." And I went outside with him. This was over at the CFA Society in New York, at Times Square in the building. And, he said to me, "Listen, Nathan, I need your help." I said, "Okay, what can I do for you?" He says, "I'm actually sitting for the Level 3 exam. I live in Dubai, and I'm a money manager there, and I'm from the UK, but I won't be able to take your live class. So I'll probably subscribe to the video version of it, but I really need your help to pass the Level 3 exam." I said, "Okay, well, have you taken it before?" He says, "Yeah, I've taken it a few times." I said, "What's a few, 2 or 3? He goes, "Actually, I'm taking it for the 9th time." I was like stunned. Honestly, I was just stunned. I was really just stunned. In my opinion, any person that would take the CFA Level 3 exam for the 9th time, the CFA Institute should automatically pass that person for persistence. I mean, to me, that's really just incredible. But that does show that he's very committed. But when I started talking to him, much like I do with other Level 1, Level 2, Level 3 candidates, who are either sitting for the exam for the first time or are retakers, I was listening to sort of the strategy or the lack of a strategy, the plan or the lack of a plan that they had, to study for the exam. And he told me that the way he was studying for this Level 3 exam for the last, 9 times was basically he was reading prep books. Now, it doesn't matter whose prep books, that's not the point. He was reading prep books. And I said to him, "So let me get this straight. You've been taking this exam 8 times. This is going to be your 9th time. And you've basically been reading the same prep book over and over and you haven't changed anything?" No. I said, "Well, I don't understand your expectation. Doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting to yield a different result? Isn't that what Einstein sort of defined as insanity?" And he laughed a little bit. He said, "Yeah, but, he doesn't really have time to read the CFA curriculum books." Understood. Well, that's another topic in and of itself because it is the CFA exam and it is based on the CFA curriculum, but we'll leave that for another time. But what I immediately understood from him is he didn't have a strategy, he didn't have a plan, he didn't really even have a goal. Yeah, he wanted to pass the exam, but he didn't have a way of achieving that goal or a way of what the goal should really be in his mind. He couldn't really vision it. So that's what I want to talk about right now so that you don't end up like this gentleman. Now, admittedly, today, because it's a computer-based exam, you can't take it 9 times or more. You can only take it 6 times, and if you don't pass on the 6th time, you're out, okay? But let's talk about this. First of all, it's very important that you have a goal, okay? And the goal to passing the CFA exam shouldn't be, well, like what he was thinking, constantly studying 5 or 6 or 7 hours a day, pushing and forcing the curriculum down your throat. That's definitely not a way to achieve your goal. It's actually quite the opposite. Having a goal and setting little goals along the way with a customized study plan that I would do with you actually one-on-one on Zoom, it's going to help you to do one thing right off the bat. Reduce the stress as well as reduce the busyness and the noise in your life, which most people can do without. Now, what I do with my candidates, and which I did with him as well, is I work with each candidate to develop a customized study plan that is right for you. Why? Because let's face it, if the exam is in August, if the level 3 exam is in August, the study plan for somebody who begins in January has to be different from the study plan that somebody who starts in April or the September the year before, because of the factor of time. So time factor is a major important variable in developing a study plan. Now, you'll have to have a vision, okay? You'll have a vision with me. We're going to develop a vision. And you'll also know where you're going by breaking down the study plan into 6 distinct phases with little deadlines, okay? This plan is going to give structure, and it's going to help you relax. And it's going to help you to actually have a clear and written format for yourself so that you know what you need to be doing and actually checking them off. This is going to help you to visualize and achieve your goal. Okay. Now, when you're just reading modules and reading one module and another reading or another module one after another, or you're just watching endless videos, one video after another from a third-party prep provider, all you're doing is you're pushing and forcing yourself again to swallow the curriculum, and you're trying to control everything. This is no good. You're doing no reinforcing. You're just going through the motions. Okay? And why are you doing that? Because you're operating out of fear. And fear is a main factor that pervades most CFA candidates when they're sitting for level 1, level 2, and level 3. The fear of failing. Okay? And this fear that if you don't read, or you don't watch video after video, that your goal won't happen is not the right way to go about it. Passing your exam won't happen that way. You'll be emphasizing quantity of time rather than quality of study time. Once you're actually operating out of fear, you're actually convincing yourself that you don't really believe it's going to happen, that you're not going to pass the exam. Your mind is actually merging with your beliefs and your fear. And guess what? It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you keep telling yourself, I'm not going to pass, do you have a pass protection? I'm not sure I'm going to pass, then it's going to happen. You're not going to pass, okay? But when you have a clear goal and a clear study plan that you develop with me, we call it the Ronen methodology, the Ronen plan, to achieve that goal, and you also have along the way me to continuously support you, you're going to be relaxed. And you're going to trust that you will pass even when at times it doesn't feel or seem like you're going to, because you're going to be able to contact me and talk to me and be able to relax those fears, which many people have. So my methodology, my support, and a clear study plan will give you faith. And that's what it did for that money manager from Dubai. It gave him faith. He was actually able to go back and look at the exam differently and not use the same approach over and over again as he did before. So faith will actually replace fear, and you'll be studying calmly and confidently. And that's very important, confidently. And you'll gain a deeper understanding of the concepts in the curriculum and how they apply to the actual exam, and also even in the real world. That's what I do in my videos, is I try to apply it to the real world. You'll be better focused, and that's the key point. You're going to be better focused, and you're going to be actually able to visualize your goal and take the actions that are necessary to make it happen. And that's exactly what happened with this gentleman from Dubai. He went back to Dubai. We created a study plan for him, one-on-one. He had set parameters to take the exam, and at that time it was in June, because in those days the level 3 exam was only given one time, and it was in June. And he actually studied, and well, what was the result? I'm going to tell you what the result was, okay? Now, I know you're expecting me to say, hey, he called you up. Hey, Nathan, I passed. Oh, my God, you're a god. You're the guru of CFA. Nothing like that. Oh, Nathan, I'm going to name my first child, my firstborn after you, and my secondborn, and my third. Nothing like that at all. Actually, he did pass the level 3 exam that year, that next time he took it, okay? He didn't call me up. He didn't say anything. He didn't write me a thank you email. Not that I'm expecting that. It's not, in the scheme of things, it's just a good feeling that he passed. But I did learn later on that he got his charter. He did pass. But again, I think he just really wanted to get over it and, pass this exam, and he was willing to do whatever he did. And it was my satisfaction that he followed what I asked him to do. He followed the plan and he did it. And that's what I'd like to do for you as well, especially if you're going to retake this exam, and at any level, not just level 3, but level 1 and level 2 as well. Have a goal, have a vision, have structure, have a strategy, and have focus, and have my support behind you. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, and I hope this was helped you out. And if you liked it, again, please press subscribe and the notifications button. Have a great day.